Today's video is going to be a little scrapyard action. Take in some of this. Take in some of that. Not that. Oh, there goes 2 ounces of weight. Okay, so today I'm gonna scrap these jack stands. I know some people are gonna be like, "What'd you scrap those for?" But I found these in a dumpster at a car shop. I don't know why a car shop would throw these away. Right? There's a customized car shop. They do customized work and stuff. Make little hot rods or whatever they do in there. But why would they throw that away? So I just kind of think there might be something wrong with them. I look in the comment sections and a lot of people say this is how they're supposed to work. You put weight on it and that's how it works. But I saw another comment, someone saying some of these I saw on, I think they might be the ones that were recalled or something. But I don't know, man. Ooh, that that doesn't exactly look. Sorry, I got about 100 pounds of weight right there on it. Let's see if that's true. A lot of weight that probably would be hard to knock up, but I like being able to go to sleep at night, so they're just going to the scrapyard, man. I don't know. That's one of the problems with scavenging. Finding stuff in dumpsters, not everything. You know, sometimes stuff's in there for a reason. But oh well. Why would mechanics at a car shop throw these in the dumpster? They're obviously not garbage. Mechanics usually don't throw away their good tools. So I don't know. But I'm not gonna find out. I'm not gonna have that in the back of my mind, right? Hey, what are you doing about car? Just grabbed that, didn't I? Okay, so I'll get some of this cheap stuff out the way. And I meant to try to put this unit in that unit last month, but I didn't really get to it. You know what? I gotta ship that out. For those of you that buy stuff out of my videos, particularly the person that bought that, I'll try to get that out today. Sorry for the delay. Appears I have a mouse in the house. Look at it. Huh. What is going on? Oh, I probably got more than one mouse in the house. I didn't think about that. I don't know why he took it in there to eat it. That's kind of weird. Nice little safe spot, I guess. Whoa, what is going on? Look at this. Look at that mess they made. Wow. Smorgasbord. Smorgasborgish. Look at that. Wow. I had these 2 bags of chicken feed, and look at that. there wasn't a single piece of this stuff on the floor. Wow, they ate almost the whole, look at that. They ate almost that whole bag. I can't believe how far it's spread out. Alright, little boogers. Oh, I meant to say earlier, sometimes people buy stuff out of my videos. So that would be like my scavenging videos. That doesn't count for like this video you're watching right now. Where you see stuff, right? A lot of this stuff is not for sale. Like, I'm keeping that. Plus I broke the mirror. But I've seen someone ask questions about buying stuff that's in here right now. Buying stuff out of my videos, that's for my videos where I'm out scavenging. If you read the directions, it's 72 hours after I publish those type of videos. So stuff in my storage unit don't count, just so you know. But let's see here. That looks like a load. This here is how I made my turtle cage. I found this in a video. I was gonna keep it, but I don't know why, because I already made my turtle cage. So I have cats, right? And a lot of terrarium tops are rinky-dink, and they can't take a 12-pound cat jumping down onto it, right? So I went to the store. I bought a shelf like this, exactly like this. This one's actually been cut in half as well. But it's kind of strange. It's amazing how similar it is to my turtle tank top. So it's the exact thing I used. This is like a storage shelf you buy at like Lowe's or something, right? I cut it in half, just like this one is, and then I flipped the second half around and zip tied them together, so each side along the aquarium has this edge, so they just can't slide off. And this is actually, I ended up using a window screen. This is the exact stuff I used on my first turtle tank, my above tank platform. So above the tank, I put this exact mesh on there. But anyways, you would take a screen like this and then put it on top. But for the very top of the roof, you would want a real fine like window screen. So like if a paint chip falls off the ceiling or a cat poops on it, right, it can't go down in there. So, or even if a cat barfs or pees on it, at least you can see the stain on the screen, so you know what's going on. But you don't want stuff falling in your terrarium. So I was gonna keep that, but I don't know why I'd keep it. I already have my lid, so let's go into the scrapyard. Okay, enough blabbing. So if you're new to this, if it's made of metal, scrapyards want it. Some scrapyards might not take a piece like this. See how it's got so much plastic. It's mainly just a big thing of plastic, but there is metal in there, and the scrapyard will take this. Lots of scrapyards may not, but it does contain metal. It's a piece of aluminum here. This is good stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know of anywhere where I can just sell straight plastic. That would be nice. It would be really nice. A little piece of brass on there, see that? This is gonna go as aluminum breakers. This is a monitor stand of some sort. The gray piece is aluminum, the black is steel. So that would be aluminum breakage. You could take the time to unscrew all the little screws and get clean aluminum for the gray and tin shred or steel for the black. But when you take the aluminum off, the steel, when you take the gray off, the black gets cheaper in price. Silver, the aluminum goes up when it's clean, the steel goes down when you clean the aluminum off of it. Sometimes it's good to sit and clean stuff, and other times it's really not gaining a whole lot, even though you think you might. I've seen, when I first came to YouTube, I saw lots of videos, people claiming, I'm not gonna be able to carry all this, come back and get this piece of garbage. But I saw lots of videos, people claiming extraordinary amounts of money they were making, right? Like cleaning, like stripping copper and cleaning the copper out of electric motors and stuff. But they don't, those original videos that I wasn't real excited to see. People saying, people telling people that you can make, you know, $70 an hour, $100 an hour stripping copper off. They didn't take into account the fact that like a copper wire is already worth 85 cents a pound, right? If I strip all that copper out of there, the copper becomes like $2.85 a pound. That's not a good example because that's a piece of junk wire, but stripping copper wire is profitable, but you gotta take into account, let's use electric motors. Clean like transformers and electric motors, copper. Getting the copper out, like right now, electric motors are 25 cents a pound. And it's a thing of copper with steel, heavy steel around it. So like a 15-pound copper transformer, 25 cents a pound as is. You put a bunch of work into it, and you know, you get the copper out. And the copper goes to like $2.85 a pound. But all the steel that you were getting 25 cents a pound for, that's real heavy, now you're only getting, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 cents a pound, whatever the price of steel is. So lots of times you gotta take into account, right? 15 pounds times 25 cents. Lots of the videos I was seeing, or some of the videos I was seeing anyway, I haven't looked in a long time. I don't know if people are still doing it, but they were just taking the end products, like they're 50 pounds of copper, right? And they were saying that was what they made. They didn't deduct the price of what they would have got if they just didn't do any work whatsoever. You gotta watch out for that in the scrap world. So I didn't explain that too well while I was working there. Let me redo that. What a lot of new people or people in general don't understand is, say you have a gizmo, some sort of gadget gizmo thingamajiggy. Say this gizmo is worth $10 as is, right? And it takes me 5 minutes to, you know, handle this $10 gizmo. So this gizmo, you can take the time to take apart and get out, separate the metals, whatever it may be, right? And it takes you an hour to do this to this gizmo, and after it's done, it's $20. Now it's worth $20, right? You cleaned this gizmo in an hour, and now you got $20. So like people would post a video saying, make $20 an hour doing this, right? Blah, blah, blah. But this is the part that escapes a lot of people, is you got to factor in the time it takes you, right? And you got to factor in the most important part. Well, the second most, time is most important. Second most important is it's already worth $10 as is. So you got a gizmo, it takes you 5 minutes to handle and process, or handle and store, or whatever, right? It's worth $10 as is in 5 minutes. So technically $10 in 5 minutes is $120 an hour, right? Am I doing the math right? Yeah, that's $120 an hour. Not doing any extra labor, right? As is, right? So technically, not messing with gizmo is $120 an hour. So taking gizmo and putting an hour of labor into it to turn it in from 10 to 20, you're only making $10 an hour, right? So sitting down, putting all your time and work into gizmo to make $10 an hour isn't as good as doing zero labor, or no extra labor, 5 minutes to handle or store or whatever gizmo, $10 in 5 minutes, right? So that's not doing an hour's labor isn't $20 an hour, it's $10 an hour. And on top of that, not wasting your time with gizmo, 5 minutes, $10, $120 an hour. So that's just an example, right? And of course it's different scales and variations of that theory, but that's what a lot of people just fail to ever think about. It's kind of mind-boggling. I don't know if it's the way we're, I don't know, I just anyways, I think you got the point there, right? Ready. Circuit boards are one example. I mean, almost anything that has to be taken apart in the scrap world is an example. This is the Mylar, silver Mylar that comes out of a keyboard. They're not worth a whole lot, but they're worth stacking for a rainy day, I suppose. As long as silver prices don't go down a lot. But anyways, like circuit boards are a good example. I can sell that circuit board as is, no labor put into it, to a place like boardsort.com or another place. ship it off to them. And say I get, this got a lot of chips on it. Say I get $2 a pound for a board like that, right? Or you can sit down with a heater or what have you, whatever your technique is, and you can take off all those gold pins and all those chips and all the valuable little gizmos on there, right? And you can increase the amount of money that it's worth. But if I just go like that, I'm not putting any time into it, right? So it's worth, you know, say it's worth $2 as is. If I scrap it out, it's worth $4. But it took me 30 minutes to do it. So I made $2 in 30 minutes. That's $4 an hour. See what I'm saying? Now this is just an example. It's not, but that's the just the cold hard facts, right? $2 an hour. It took me a minute. $2 a minute is $120 an hour. I just threw it over there like a piece of garbage. If I sit down, increase my revenue increase my money by $2 in 30 minutes, $4 an hour. So I mean, you just gotta think. I mean, it's different situations. Sometimes it depends on the amount of scrap you get. If you have very little access to scrap, well then sure, you'd want to maximize everything. But if you're dealing with a lot of stuff continually, you know, that's $120 an hour right there, right? Or I sit down for 30 minutes, increase, but you know, $4 an hour, right? So you just gotta keep that kind of stuff in mind. So I think you got my point, right? Like the cell phones are a good one. You know, these are like say it's $4 a pound. I can send these in for $4 a pound. $3. Let's just say, the new ones I think are getting cheaper. Say $3 a pound. Let's just stop yammering. Let's say I get $1 for that as is. Or I can sit down and take out the board out of it, which is worth $1, right? Cell phones, that was one of the most annoying videos I saw. People, there was a video saying, I've been doing this a long time. It's one of my favorite things to do. You can make a bunch of money doing it, right? But that's like worth $1 as is. If you sit down with little screwdrivers and tinker with it and take it all apart and get the circuit board out and see those little gold pins, and you know, then you throw away all the plastic and the screen and stuff, or whatever. Maybe my screen might be valuable somewhere, but you take it all apart for scrap, right? It's worth $1. So it's worth $1 doing that, or I can sit down for 20 minutes and take it all apart and it's still worth $1, right? So when I first started making videos, I don't think a lot of people understood. They kind of felt like I was insulting them, right? Like, like, you know, my way is better or something, or they just felt like I was insulting them. But that's a problem with social media. It's a huge problem with social media. So like social media algorithms will take videos like that, sensational claims. You know, I make a ton of money doing this, you know, $100 an hour taking apart these cell phones. And it's not even true. It's a total waste of time. So, but a social media algorithm will pick up that because people click on it, and that's all they care about, making their money for the ad revenue. A lady just came out on Facebook about this, calling out Facebook for doing this. It's really dangerous to society, actually, because it's just terrible, awful information. But money can be made off of drama and stuff that's not true, right? And that's what the algorithms are designed to maximize profit. So it's just terrible offering information. Like people taking food out of garbage dumpsters and giving it to homeless people and food banks and shelters for needy people. That's so dangerous. But the YouTube algorithm promotes those videos and people see them and I think it's acceptable. And I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but just take this in and stop talking. Yeah, huge problem. There's no checks and balances in place in social media. to protect society. So I cashed that first load in. It was worth almost $6. And I should probably mention that now, because you don't see it out here. So most scrapyards probably won't want you to do it like this. This is how the scrapyard does it. Set stuff here, right? Talk to your scrapyard, see how they want you to do stuff. So this microwave is a good example. I guess this video is gonna be about what I'm talking about. It's good information. Lots of people probably, I'm sure, are fully aware of it, but lots of people aren't. I'm also sure of. So this actually applies to all production, all manufacturing and production. Applies differently, of course, in certain situations, but actually applies to your entire life. So this microwave, I can get set amount of money as is, or I can open it up, and I have a video down in the description if you want to check it out, cleaning the motors out of here, and electric copper motors, copper wires, and there's actually a little one in there too. I never really go after that one, but it's worth it. It's profitable to clean it, but it does take time, right? Lots of people don't factor in time. There it is, look at it. This is the power adapter for that. There you go. Stay together. The scrapyard in the town down there, you see me at a lot, they don't take the magnetron that's in here. So you got to get in there and take the magnetron out. So of course, if I were going there, I would want to do that. And while I'm in there, I'll take all the goodies. But the scrapyard I'm going to now doesn't take these doors. For whatever reason, but so that's gonna have to wait. But you know, I mean, some people enjoy sitting down and doing that work, so I'm not saying anything, but I'm just, I know some people take exception to what I'm saying, but you know, do it however you want. I'm just pointing out something that's the cold hard reality, right? with prices up, the higher prices go, the more practical it is to start cleaning stuff out, right? So with, say I get 7 cents a pound for this. If I clean this out, take the transformer and motors out, say I get 15 pounds, say I get 12 pounds of motor, say I get, it'd be probably about 13, 14 pounds of motors in there. Well, this might be a newer one, but anyways, let's just say 10 pounds. Say I get 10 pounds of motors, that'd be $2.50, 25 cents a pound for the motors. So it goes from the motors go from 7 cents to 25 cents, and the tin remains at 7 cents. So that's all gain. But you know, if the prices were 3 cents for tin and 8 cents for motors, then it would make less sense, right? But 7 cents for tin today, 25 cents for motors, you make more money, obviously. So you gotta take into account the difference in prices and whether those prices are high or low, and it's constantly changing. So when it changes, the information changes. But anyways, just to get you thinking. So I made a video a while back at the scrapyard where I got shorted some money. Now this will change if you have big loads of scrap. Of course, you don't want to lose out on hundreds or thousands of dollars, but with these little loads, if I get shorted at the scrapyard, just forget about it, right? Go back through, you know, take 30 minutes to go back through and get my extra $2 or $3, right? I could be down the road and make $10 already. So a lot of it is don't sweat the small stuff, right? But anyways. Had a question why I turn my handlebars like that. Saw a question a while back, why do I turn my handlebars like that? Because it's locked, that way no one can walk away with my scooter, right? Just go in circles. They could pick it up and throw it in the back of a truck, but okay. Okay, so this is going to be my last load, and now say I have 5 or 10 minutes to burn. Right? I don't have anything better to do right now. This place is dead, so I'm not holding anybody up. So let's go after that motor in there and increase our money. Someone tried to get into this microwave. Look at that. Huh. You don't see too many like that. Or is it even there? Anyways, someone did something to that. that's the magnetron I was talking about at that other scrapyard. I would need to remove that, but at this scrapyard you don't need to, so we won't. There's usually a little electric transformer motor right there. Look how small that one is. This microwave's a little newer. There's usually one there that's close to a pound, half pound, about like that size. Look at that thing. It's just a little dinky thing. It's not even worth wasting your time. This is a good one over here though. That's pretty much it. There's another little motor there if you want to go after that, but it's encased in a steel and a tin case, so some scrapyards might not give you a clean motor for it, and that one's just ridiculous now. So we'll just leave that alone. But okay, so at this scrapyard, what happens now is I just kind of set stuff up in piles, and I'm gonna go get a wheelbarrow that's sitting right there. That's a little wind. The wind really rips through this place. It's kind of windy. I'll try to block it. Hopefully, it's not messing with the camera. But I will get a wheelbarrow and then get wheeled up to the scale over there, and she'll go through it. And that's basically it, right? This will be tin shred. That might go with short steel there. Short steel, tin shred. These jack stands are short steel. That's a little better price. Not sure where short steel is at right now. I think it's 10 or 11 cents, and tin shred is I think 7 cents. This will be aluminum breakage. Oh yeah, I meant to say, so you could just keep on going if you wanted. You could just keep on going and clean all the copper out of there. So if I had a shop, I probably would set up a system where I could rip through these, but I don't. As you can see, I'm in a storage unit, so it's really not practical for me to be doing that kind of stuff. But if you got a shop, you can set up a system. Alright, I'm gonna get this loaded up. Take this dirty brass to a different scrapyard. And then here it is. So basically all you have here is the tin shred and the steel over here. This will be like the ferrous metals. That means a magnet sticks to them. And a scrapper roll, that's what it means. And then over here, I got the non-ferrous insulated copper wire. Nice sheet aluminum, piece of dirty brass. I'll take this one here to this scrapyard. Those are kind of hard to get off there, so I'll just go dirty brass. It'll probably be breakage. it'll probably get thrown in with like this right here, breakage, piece of aluminum, some more wire, electric motors, transformers, same thing in the scrap world. Aluminum breakage, you've seen already a couple times. So there it is. Okay, that's how it's done at this scrapyard. Oh, I had a little pile of garbage over here to get rid of this, a little bit of aluminum. That's gonna do it. That is gonna do it. You want to watch out for tire poppers if you're doing this kind of stuff. Flat tires are a bummer in the scrap world. Junkyards and scrap yards are a hot spot, so I always try to pick up my tire poppers. Tire poppers, bad. Wham bam, that's how it's done. Scrapyard fun. Now I sit here and wait. Actually, you know, they don't like cameras in their yard, so I'll take one load up there right now. Okie dokie. So I got about $26 and some change, so that's not a lot of money. Sometimes people get confused in my videos. I'm not saying I make a ton of money doing this. You live and you learn. So I hope somebody out there can save their car from getting repoed, or their house, put food on the table, so that all that can be done with scrap and metal for sure. As always, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I meant to say, so I'm just kind of a small scrapper, obviously, although I do come you know, across a lot of stuff, so it's a constant it's a constant small. So whether it's big scrapping or little scrapping, all scrap pays. Scrap does pay.